Okay, this is Jelly Bean, Chapter 2 of Fred, and this is a strange picture here. It's a pizza broken into slices. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 slices. And the reason I'm showing you this is because Fred is the keynote speaker of the Math and Pizza Conference, but previous speakers have spoken about a variety of things. For example, previous topics have included in 1982, someone spoke on the history of math in 45 minutes. Another topic was infinity pizza slices. So if every pizza had an infinite number of pizzas and you had 6 pizzas, the first one would just keep going and going and going because it's infinite. I can't say the word today. You would never get to start numbering the other pizzas because that number would go on forever on that first pizza. 1990, there was the math pizza conference topic was they took a survey of everybody that was everybody that was there, and they on whether they paid cash or check for their pizza. Now, Professor Elwood is one of the people that is at the conference, and he raises his hand and he says, "Excuse me, Sonny, are you breaking tradition? I thought you said ice cream." Did I hear you correctly? That kind of sounded like the Wicked Witch from The Wizard of Oz. But Professor Elwood he can't believe that Fred said ice cream as his topic. And Fred responded, "No." Well, he thought about, let's say, in his head, he thought about saying, "No, I didn't say ice cream. I really meant to say ice seam." You can see ice cream. Here, hang on. Ice cream. I seem. They do sound kind of alike, but Fred thought about it and he realized he would be lying. So he said, "Yes, I did. I'm going to talk about ice cream." A little 3-year-old girl runs up on stage when she hears Fred say ice cream and asks him, "Are you the ice cream man?" About that time, her mother grabs her and pulls her off the stage. And the mother was very embarrassed. Now, Fred needed a little bit more time to think. So he asks Elaine if she has a whiteboard, thinking maybe she would go get it and he could stall for a few minutes. And she's like, "Yes, right behind you. Here's a whiteboard and a eraser." Well, that didn't give him any time to think about what he was going to say. So he first he writes ice cream on there, which is what was here. Then he crosses out the word ice cream and writes "my ice cream." And then Joe turns to Darlene, remember these are friends of his, and says, "Is this math or pizza?" Well, Fred overheard what Joe said and said, "This is math." So Fred then wrote down "my ice cream excises." And Joe held up his hand and says, "You misspelled the word. It's supposed to be exercise." Well, they were kind of laughing at that Fred actually used the wrong word in their opinion, because excise means to get rid of something, to cut something out. Doctors excise tumors that are in your body. Authors excise sentences, from their manuscripts. Professor Elwood was unhappy that Joe was talking so much and interrupting Fred because he wanted to concentrate exactly on what Fred. So Fred, this is what he has on the board. He has "my ice cream excises politicians' multitudinous and tudinous." That's a long one. And I have the red numbers in red that show how many letters are in each word. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and the last one has 13. Well, those are all prime numbers. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and 13. You can only get them by doing 2 times 1, 3 times 1, 5 times 1, 7 times 1, 11 times 1, and 13 times 1. So prime numbers are prime because there's nothing else, only that number times 1 is the only multiplication that you can get out of it. And it's your turn to play, so ask me for the questions and I will give you the questions and a worksheet to do.